It's another day of scattered showers and thunderstorms across central and eastern Kentucky. Up next, I'll show you why this pattern isn't ready to break down anytime soon.
The National Weather Service was in Fleming County this morning to determine if a tornado touched down and is to blame for a lot of damage left to one farm.
Also, a rally today for a county clerk who says same-sex couples cannot get marriage licenses at her office, but heterosexual couples can. We're in Whitley County for the latest debate.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. Showers and storms continue to move through parts of Kentucky with a chance of flash flooding. That's why we've declared another WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Here's a live look at downtown Lexington, which is getting in on the rain. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey shows us what's on the First Alert Defender. Chris?
Yeah, we're not talking about the widespread stuff that we had yesterday, Jennifer, but still the chance is there for some local high water issues over the next several hours. Start you out in southern and southeastern Kentucky, where we're finding the heaviest rain, similar to what I was showing you last night at 11, by the way, from Hazard toward the Whitesburg and Harlan areas. That extends back to the west. Still a flood warning out for a small part of Knox County into parts of Whitley County as well. That should expire coming up here very shortly. Additional showers and thunderstorms, though, beginning to crank up. Somerset back toward Columbia, just to the south of Liberty here into Casey County. Lexington Metro, it's been a very ugly day. You've had some rains coming through, trying to get a little peek of sunshine, but no real dice in terms of getting just beautiful sunny weather. Heavy rains here in the northern, northeastern parts of the area. Moorhead back toward the Flemingsburg area of Fleming County up into Mason County, Maysville. All of that action continues to come at us from west to east. And look into western Kentucky, where we've tried to break the cloud cover and fire up a little sunshine, but in doing so, scattered thunderstorms are beginning to fire up. Weather headlines, I've got more storms on the way over the next several days, and just like the storms of the past few weeks, it's the heavy rain threat that we will continue to track as the tropical air continues across central and eastern Kentucky. Jennifer, it's still a very busy 7-day forecast in 15 minutes.
Thank you, Chris. And the National Weather Service now confirms an EF0 tornado touched down in northeastern Kentucky last night. It destroyed a shed and knocked down trees along Highway 11 near Flemingsburg. And the roof of a barn was blown off on Convict Pike. Hillary Thornton has a look at the damage from Fleming County in our top story at 4.
The National Weather Service made it out here early this morning to take a look at the damage, confirming that a tornado did touch down. And now, as you take a look behind me, the cleanup is underway on this farm in Flemingsburg. Downed trees and scattered limbs now cover the property on Maysville Road. Officials with the National Weather Service say, based on other damage reports, they were expecting all of this to be the result of straight-line winds. However, once getting out here and taking a look at the damage, they say an EF0 tornado with winds around 80 miles per hour did touch down for a very short time.
This building you can see here was apparently over in the field to our left over here, and it was blown kind of in a direction different from the trees behind us, which shows maybe some convergence, maybe some circulation. Plus we have a witness here that saw some circulation in the clouds, so it's likely a brief tornado touchdown here.
It could have been a lot worse. It could have hit a house or one of these barns or something, but I mean, it took the best path it could have took when it went through here. So.
Now, emergency management officials say there were a few other reports of damage in the area and thankfully no injuries. In Fleming County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
In southeastern Kentucky, Whitley County is one of the places dealing with flooding. Flash floods covered a bridge along Kentucky 92 just before 9 this morning. Debris blocking a culvert caused the flood. Workers cleared the culvert about 9:30 this morning to try to get the floodwaters to go back down. Dozens of people showed up outside the Whitley County Courthouse today to show support for the county clerk who's refused to give marriage licenses to same-sex couples. The rally for Kay Schwartz started about 10 this morning and lasted an hour. Schwartz says her office is not using the new marriage certificates issued after the legalization of same-sex marriage. They're using the old ones that say bride and groom. She says no one has asked her office for a same-sex marriage license, but if they do, she won't give them one.
I would love to see it banned, but like I said, they have their right to their belief. I have my right to my belief. So whatever they can do to take it away from my office, then so be it.
A group protesting Kay Schwartz's actions also showed up at the courthouse in Williamsburg. We'll have both sides of the debate coming up at 5. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT News starting at 4:30. Sam Dick is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. 2 Kentucky girls have been identified as victims of an online predator. The FBI says that 31-year-old Lucas Chancellor convinced 350 girls to send him nude pictures. He would then use the pictures to blackmail the victims into sending him more sexual pictures. He targeted girls as young as 13 from 2007 to 2010. One of the victims is from northern Kentucky, the other from western Kentucky, and all the victims came from 26 states and 3 countries. The FBI says they're still trying to identify 250 of the victims. You'll hear from one victim coming up on WKYT News at 5:30. The nation's largest Christian music festival is making a comeback after a 3-year break. The Creation Ichthus Festival got underway this morning at the Kentucky Horse Park, and it goes through the weekend. It's the first time the festival has been held since 2012, when financial problems forced it to end. More showers and storms are expected the next few days. You'll hear from people attending the festival coming up on WKYT News at 5 o'clock. That's a quick look at some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. The South Carolina House has started debating a bill to remove the Confederate flag and its pole from the State House grounds. Don Champion is in Columbia, South Carolina with the latest.
House will come to order. Members, will please take your seat.
The South Carolina House is taking up a bill that would remove the Confederate flag and its pole from the State House in Columbia.
I, Mr. Lurie.
The state Senate gave final approval Wednesday, but the bill is meeting some resistance in the House.
I just don't think the solution that came over from the Senate is the solution that respects everybody.
Some Republicans are offering amendments to preserve the symbol in some form on Capitol grounds.
Polling in my district says leave that flag where it is. Strong polling.
Protesters on both sides of the flag debate have gathered outside the State House to show support.
Because this is supposed to be a communal area, it needs to be welcoming to everyone.
The battle flag became a hot-button issue in South Carolina following the mass murders of 9 black parishioners at the Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston. Before beginning Wednesday's debate, lawmakers remembered the victims.
The mother, Emmanuel 9, shall ever be in our hearts.
If the bill gets final approval, the flag could come down within 24 hours. Don Champion, CBS News, Columbia, South Carolina.
The Confederate flag was first raised atop the State House in 1961. Here in Lexington, Mayor Jim Gray is calling for the city to review the placement of 2 downtown statues of Confederate leaders. The John Hunt Morgan statue is outside the old courthouse, and the John C. Breckenridge statue is in Cheapside Park. The mayor has asked the Urban County Arts Review Board to talk to civil rights leaders, historians, and others in the community. You'll hear from a member of the board and a historian on WKYT News at 6. The Pentagon will soon move forward on a plan to reduce Army troop levels by some 40,000 by 2017. The cuts are the result of the drawdowns in Iraq and Afghanistan and budget constraints in Washington. The Army is now tasked with going from 490,000 active members to 450,000 in the next 2 years. A U.S. defense official says about 17,000 civilian employees will also get pink slips. United Airlines planes have taken flight again after being temporarily grounded earlier today. Flights were stopped this morning because of computer problems. United says network connectivity is the reason for the problems. We checked with Bluegrass Airport in Lexington and found one United arrival from Houston is delayed and a departure to Chicago is delayed right now.